So check it out now. Holy. Now, people, man, the legal drama of why is tell. And yes, I did say why is tell, because there's a bunch of people telling over there. Okay, now, ladies and gentlemen, ever since Young Thug went for a second bond hearing, which happened a couple months ago, which he got denied, he put in another request because they just got discovery to try to get bail again. However, this time he got turned down a third time. Now, here's the thing, and I'll tell you the reason why he did get turned down, right? So, for example, his lawyer said, yo, we got new info that said y'all were capping about Thug when y'all charged him initially and some of the stuff you said in court to keep him in jail. We have the discovery now. We could tell you what it is, right? For example, they're saying that there was a text message sent in a group chat where people, or it was said by the prosecutor that Young Thug said sacrifices must be made, soldiers got to fall in order for the battle to be won. They said that Young Thug said that. Apparently, and according to Young Thug's lawyer, when they get a discovery and they look through it, all the text messages, the group chats, Thug never said that, okay? They're saying that there were other things that seem like they're targeting Thug. For example, the person who charged Pee Wee Roscoe with shooting up Lil Wayne's tour bus, that guy wanted to charge Young Thug back then but couldn't get him. Now, this is like a second chance to try to, like grind an axe. So basically, a dude who couldn't charge Thug before, he's come back around and now trying to pile it on, okay? Other things like, automatic weapons that they found in the house, they're saying that, listen, man, it's overblown. Basically, Thug ain't had nothing, okay? However, this is what the prosecutor had, which basically the judge agreed with to keep Young Thug in jail and deny him bond. Basically, they say, listen, man, we got a couple cooperators in Wistel, and essentially these dudes, they're trying to tell, but their families are getting threatened, which means if we let anybody out, we don't know who might try to kill them or their family, okay? So essentially, that's one of the big things. Now, even though Young Thug's lawyers went back to say, yo, no, like, why would we want to threaten witnesses? Basically, they don't know where it came from. They don't know where the leaking of documents came from, and they're saying that until they find that out, ain't nobody getting out, okay? Also, they have basically said we got more charges for Young Thug, which is a re-indictment, and also the additional charges that they found at his crib. And essentially, they're saying that, man, Young Thug has just been a criminal gang leader, and he's the most powerful one of the bunch. So there's no safe precautions they could make because, of course, his lawyers came to say, yo, you could let Thug out. He won't have internet. He won't be on social media. He won't talk to nobody but an approved list. He won't be around nobody. He will just be there with like the cops surrounding the house 24/7. We will make sure he will stay out of the way. And basically the prosecutor came out and said, you do know that this guy, he's not directly accused of doing any of the violent stuff, but we do believe he ordered all the violent stuff, which really we can't actually prevent that he can't make orders once he's out of jail. Only way we could make sure he's not doing that is when he's locked up. So essentially, we have the court, which agreed once again with the prosecutor. And unless there's going to be a fourth bond hearing, Thug's going to be locked up till January. Okay, now, during the court hearing, we had, Thug and Gunna. They had a little moment. They said what up to each other. Gunna told Thug that, lost a couple pounds. It's down to 199. However, it's not looking too good for Thug. I watched the long bail hearing for several of the defendants, and trust me, even the dudes that was making a slime t-shirts ain't getting out, okay? The dudes that was making just t-shirts saying slime, okay? They ain't getting out, which means they definitely ain't trying to let Young Thug out, and they're still looking at Wanna to say, man, you one of them too, okay? By the way, if you look at Wanna's demeanor, he definitely looked healthier. There was a time that he was kind of looking a little sick. Some people thought it was withdrawal, but he definitely looked healthier, had his glasses on doing his thing. Thug looked like, he was just going through the motions, but looked like he was in good spirits still. However, Brian Steele, which is the attorney for Thug, man, he is definitely fighting for he said he gonna fight till the last drop of blood. And I ain't gonna lie, when you hear him in court, that's how he sounds. He says he has daily meetings with Young Thug. He says if Young Thug's let out on bail, he'll personally go see him every day. He's basically acting like Young Thug's the only client he has in the world, which, by the way, imagine what Young Thug is paying him. He should act that way. Again, I have nothing but good things to say about Young Thug's lawyer. He is putting himself on the line, okay? He sounds like he wants to be in the jail cell with Thug. If something go wrong, that's how much he wants to, guarantee that Thug will stay out of trouble, which is kind of crazy because a lawyer is an officer of the court, and he's jumping out the window trying to say Thug will do no wrong if he gets bail. Regardless, there was no bail given. We will get more updates at a later time. What do you guys think about this, man? Get in the comment box. Make sure you guys like them, subscribe. We'll check Akademiks.